this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines. And, of course, Zion Williamson. This is first game in his new Phoenix Suns uniform.
And as you were mentioning, I mean, that trade has this team buzzing. You can see it in the warm-up line, how loose and confident they look now with him on that roster.
Plumlee's really right next to each other.
In by Plumlee.
Like,
and I love the patience of Durant, and then the quick decision when he sees something.
To the middle. Here's Brown. And Brown throws it down.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Here's Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Mike Budenholzer. Now, we talked about the difficulty of trying to contain a player like Jaylen Brown. Coach said we can't let him gain confidence and feel like he can do whatever he wants. That's when you get into trouble. Now it's up to the players to make sure this doesn't happen. Guys?
Thanks, David. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics.
And you do not want to be on the receiving end of that. Embiid throwing it down with some funk.
To the paint. It's a great finish! Oh, my.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Pass to KD. Outside for Beal. Here's Jones. Screen by Durant. Shot clock at 3. And the 3 off target. And here's Boston. 4-point game. Down low. Here's Irving. Count it.
And that's a defensive miscue there. You can't let Irving get that kind of position inside.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Boston.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
Here's Iguodala. Back to Beal. Over to the wing. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Boston ball.
Celtics leading by 5. Pass to Irving. Pulls it up. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Bull with it. And the dunk by Bull.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Boston making a switch here. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. Leading by 5. Tatum gets the bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Beal. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Bull, that's good. Bull's got his second basket.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And it's Phoenix's ball. They trail by 7. Jones drives in. And that one, good.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
The Celtics need to get a shot off. They get the rebound. Pass to Irving. There's a screen. Just 5 on the clock. Inside. And stolen by Bull. Here's Dunn. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Suns have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
And with this score of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Here's KD. And then Durant with the jam.
Well, the rangy athleticism of KD on display, stretching it out to throw that one down.
To the left wing. There's a good screen. The kick out to Irving. 6 to shoot. Pass to Bufkin. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Outside, KD. To the inside. Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in a tie. And back with the start. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Yeah, they really trust their depth. They have no problem relying on their bench in crucial situations.
Outside for Durant. From downtown. And Boston with the rebound. And they're playing through a string of road games. That will be game 5 of the 6 on the road. Hauser misses. And here are the Suns now. Williamson double team. Back to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
That's just another level to Zion's game that can make him even more lethal.
On the wing, Irving. 6 points for him. And the basket by Hauser. This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen, the best three-point shooter or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? Looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit for.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, I've been guarded in so many different ways. I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody. Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D.A., thanks. Back to Irving. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. The Suns leading. Greg, one of the best assets of Zion Williamson is his versatility.
And the combination of power and skill, it's obviously unique. And what I love about him is he's making better and better decisions. He's become as reliable as he is explosive.
To the middle. Here's Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Here's Irving. Nice ball movement by Boston. Driving in from deep. Good on the triple. Hauser's got 6 points.
And after not making any threes in the first half, he now has 2 here in the second half. Let's see if he continue to add to that.
The drive by Williamson. Outside, Beal. Jones looking for an opening.
Yeah, I think it's open.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Irving with the ball. Now defended by Williamson. Pass to Brown. Beal with the steal. To the paint. Here's Iguodala.
And at 7'2", Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Brown jams it in.
Yeah, we know Brown loves some aerial theatrics, and he really went all out there.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Irving drives in. He gets that one. He's got 8.
And you got to love when Irving attacks the defense, knows how to get it done on the drive.
And it's Brown missing. And it's Phoenix's ball. Mr. Williamson. There's 1:54 left to play here in the second quarter. Inside. Here's Iguodala.
I get it.
Fundamentals guys using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Well, right now? He gets to me doing weird shit right now.
And the Celtics with possession here. Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Outside Durant. From outside the arc. Boston with the rebound.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
A nice shot by Tatum.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
Pass to Durant.
What the fuck is going
Corner's off the
on?
mark.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Tatum, that's good.
Well, we've come to expect this from Tatum. Just so good at taking over games all by himself.
Down low. Embiid with the steal. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Unable to get that one. Nice defense from KD. It's Beal on the wing. Outside Durant. Pass to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration.
How? I'm looking at his face.
You've got 2 points.
Countless hours by Brown in the gym has made him a walking bucket.
For 3, Durant. Oh, KD parries the 3.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Durant in the corner. A basket good off the assist from Allen. KD's got the opening bucket to start the second half for Phoenix. Pass to Brown.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls and official. Has to make.
First team foul.
Right side Irving. The kick out to Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. It's off, but still a great shooting night. 6 of 8 from the field in the game. And it's the Suns with the ball. It's a 1-point game.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Driving inside.
Off the
Zone,
bounce,
bro.
Tatum has so
Like, what the
many
fuck
different
y'all doing?
ways he can take it.
Armstrong with it.
Sometimes the action speeds
What's
up
up?
on you a little too much. 2 teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Here's Irving. Tipped away. Off his foot. The official saying it was kicked.
Now into the lineup for your Suns. Number 3, Bradley Beal.
Here's Irving. Doesn't go that time.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the 2 J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. You've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Back, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. Well, they're still together. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Shot clock at 5. Here's Tatum. The kick out to Irving. Second chance shot. Tatum no good. The Suns trailing. It's Durant on the wing. 12 points for him.
Nothing to see here, folks. Just another tremendous scoring night from Durant.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams.
Come on, you took so long with the fucking pass.
And now the fast break, Irving with the ball. And Nance slams it in.
I tell you what, Nance plays with a force every night. Explosive, tough, fearless.
Pass to Jones. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
All right, Bill. He's going zone, so you got to make your shots.
The Suns making a switch here. Stolen by Tatum. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Here's Nance. And he makes good on the layup. Now it's a 5-point Boston lead.
And how about that decision by Kyrie? That's why you want the ball in his hands.
Here's Williamson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Embiid. And staying while in New Orleans, you had a chance to coach Zion Williamson. Now, I've heard you talk about him before, but what's something special about Zion that maybe the average fan doesn't see?
Well, Kevin, that's a great question, because I think what happens a lot of times with Zion, his athleticism is so exceptional that it's hard not to watch and focus on that. But Zion is both very, very smart and a very unselfish player. Nothing makes him happier than an assist to a teammate.
That's a terrific assessment. Here's Jones. That's good. And Sobeel with the assist. Now just a 2-point Boston lead. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Inside, Buffkin. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Jason Tatum.
Buffkin's got his first 2 points of the night. To the paint. Boom, he jams it straight down.
You know, Zion doesn't get enough credit for how he shares the ball. He is a really good passer.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, puts so much pressure on the defense.
The kick out to Tatum. .133 left to play in the third. Here's Buffkin. Here's Hauser. Whoop, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Now into the lineup for your Suns. Number 14, Aaron Armstrong.
Suns trail by 4. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And here's Armstrong. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Iguodala.
You see the playmaking ability of Williamson there. Great pass to set up his teammate.
Here's Buffkin. Knocks down the 3 ball. Bufkin's got 7 now in this quarter.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
Outside Tatum. There's 39 seconds left in the third. Pass to Hauser. 5 to shoot. Here's Bufkin.
That's some bullshit.
Contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting.
You know that was some fucking bullshit.
Boston's shooting their 4th and 5th shots from the foul line in the game. And Mike Budenholzer is called a timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And Phoenix making a change here.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you look at Zion. His combination of size, speed, and strength can be extremely difficult for a defense to have to deal with.
26 seconds left in the third quarter. Celtics leading by 3. Here's Bufkin. He's got 8. Outside Tatum. Shoots the 3. The shot comes out. Jumps up. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. The Celtics lead by
61.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so. Far with this fourth quarter, sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. 3-point lead. Nance with no one around. Offensive rebound. Pass to Hauser. Now Irving launches a 3. Here's Cornette.
Damn, bro.
Here's Hauser. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Yeah, the score is also the result of quality defense. These teams are almost doing more on that end.
All right.
Bill, go put Bill on this nigga, man. Like, the fuck, B?
Shot by Irving.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Oh, Nance in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Given his shooting ability, Irving presents a ton of problems in the pick and roll.
To Armstrong. Back to Beal. Outside for Durant.
What the actual
Doesn't go
fuck,
either
B?
for Durant.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And that one's good, Irving.
Like, they just went
Well, Stan, as a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O standpoint, but I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before, right?
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, can you believe that?
Free throw drops for KD.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball.
To the middle. Here's Iguodala. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Well, we know what kind of scorer he is, but he could use a little help.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. The shot's good from Nance.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
To the inside. Embiid with the steal. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Back to Irving. And the layup's good off the glass. Irving's got 19 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And Beal gets it to go.
And it's fun watching Beal take these shots. He's a master at knowing when to catch and fire.
They set the pick. Outside for Durant. There's the three. Outside, Beal. Clock at 4. The Suns need to get a shot off. Well, 3 off the mark.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Nance outside. The kick out to Irving. And there's the call on Durant.
Fucking lie.
That'll be his second foul of the game. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. The Suns making a switch here. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. Now he's encouraging them to keep attacking in the paint. He said, when you get inside, you score. Simple as that. Keep attacking and don't settle for anything that's not at the rim. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Down low. And Embiid pulls it down.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Pass to Jones. Outside for Beal. Phoenix, no good that time either.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And then Durant with the jam.
And with those sound defensive instincts, Beal is able to disrupt the opponent's offensive game plan.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Celtics.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kyrie Irving.
Well, what an unselfish display from him tonight. Sharing the ball, creating for others, just beautiful basketball.
Tyus Jones, second personal foul. Third team foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Larry Nance Jr. taking 2 shots.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
Nice unselfish passing there by Beal. He knows he can't do it all by himself. And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Third personal foul. Fourth team foul.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Taking 2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
Jones, no one around him. Buries it from outside. And Boston has possession. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
At the line for the Celtics. Kyrie Irving. 2 shots.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game. And the Suns call time here. 6 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Guys, what do you think?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
Well, I've been in this spot more times than I'd like to admit. All you can do is tell your guys to hold their heads up and finish strong.
There's Beal with the 3. The shot, no good. So we see Boston get the win here. A true.
Shady Saint Laurent. Told her we won't last long. Told her this won't last long. To the front, 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 to the back, 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 to the back. Go, come on, hey, black on black whip, nothing track. Going everywhere but can't go rack for rack. I can't get too attached. I seen this before. It's way too exact. I'm ballin', I'm dunking like Shaq. New girl won't treat her like my last. They love my fashion. They love what I'm in. Check the score. We was just down 10. I told coach, put me in the game if you wanna win. This real life, it's not no game. We don't pretend.
Second loss of the season
To the front.
after a start.
To the front. To the front. To the front. To the front. To the back. 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 Let's go, come on.
Second loss of the season after starting 6-0. You guys lost touch in the 4th quarter. What happened? Man, they had depth. He had no one to guard. They played. We should have took advantage. They played zone the entire game, so that's an excuse on our part. I think a lot again this season, bro. He lied again. He gets that, bro. You get you're getting him.
Esto es demasiado fancy, demasiado flow. No es pa' que te canse, pa' que le dé con todo. Tú sientes algo raro o algo bien loco. Esto es pa' que dance, pa' que le dé con todo. Esto es pa' que. Esto pa' que. Esto pa' que. Ay, ay, esto pa' que. Ay. Esto pa' que. Esto pa' que. Esto pa' que dance, dance. Tú sientes una loqui que te pone. A el que no quiera bailar, lo que traiga una silla. Le damos con dos, kish, kish, qué maravilla. Pa' los que bailan mucho, trajimos la camilla. La gente que se queje pasa a la otra ventanilla. Esto pa' que.
So I got a long day tomorrow. Come in tomorrow. What is this game? 8? 6 more games to play. Oh, game 9. Game 9. I found one games to play. So.
Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. And it's the Pacers to start out. To the middle. Here's Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
Okay, Miles. Getting aggressive and jamming it in.
And one thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
Yeah, he plays so well when he has space to move. He's just great off the ball, and that fits with any team. His ability to convert at the rim makes his cuts that much better.
Just 5 on the clock. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to Furphy. And no good. His first shot of the night. Missing. Oh, deflected. Stolen by Siakam. Three-pointer, Halliburton. Plumlee pulls down the board. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Allen outside. Now Durant. He's covered by Siakam. Allen outside. Out of bounds. It'll be in.
The fuck is that doing, bro?
Indiana's ball.
Substitution for the Suns. Number 3, Bradley Beal.
Pass to Halliburton. Back to Siakam. And Siakam with the slam.
The defense just can't let Siakam get inside positioning like this because he's looking to dunk it home.
Here's Durant. He's covered by Siakam. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. Here's Mathurin. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And just good hustle. Always nice to get an easy bucket on the break.
And making sure they convert by finishing strong.
We'll now go to Allie LaForce, who spoke with Rick Carlisle. Allie.
I asked him about the many difficulties that Kevin Durant presents to a defense, and Coach said with most guys you can force them left or right or send help. With Kevin, he can always shoot over the top of you. Sometimes you feel helpless in that regard. Not a lot of solutions for a 7-foot sharpshooter, guys.
Allie, thank you. Outside Mathurin. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Durant for 3. Murphy grabs the miss. Siakam outside. Pass to Murphy. The baseline J, and it's Phoenix with a rebound. Beal with it, picked up by Mathurin. Here's Dunn, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Since entering the league back in 2012, Beal has really improved his passing, and it shows in his assist numbers.
Here's Murphy. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. Turner, no good. The Suns trailing. And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle plotted them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
You look at Durant's game and you instantly see all the hours of hard work that went into shaping it. He's so polished in every area. His skills are so sharp.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game. Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Nice shot by Durant.
Looks like it could be a big night for him. Very strong start here in the first quarter.
Halliburton with the ball. And stolen by Jones. In transition, here come the Suns. Allen on the wing. No points so far. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Durant. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Here's Murphy. Pass to Mathurin. From deep. No luck on that one. And here comes the break. He goes up. And it's slammed in by Durant.
The versatility of KD, equally lethal in transition and the half court.
Outside Mathurin. Over to the wing. .58 seconds left in the opening quarter. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And here's Turner from the arc. And once again, off the mark by Indiana. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Just maybe the best scoring forward of all time, and by maybe I mean he is. Yet again, it's Durant with a big night.
Now here's Halliburton. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Here's Phoenix. They're on a 14-4 run. Pass to Williamson. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. They'll pin that one on Pascal Siakam.
Physically, there's just no way to match up with Zion, especially now that he can go to the right hand.
Pacers trail by 6. Three-pointer, Halliburton. Armstrong grabs the miss. Here's Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
And so it's Phoenix up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And it's all. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for Phoenix, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
Outside Mathurin. Three-pointer. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there's so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
The Suns, another fast break opportunity here. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
The Pacers have a star tandem.
Oh, wow! Highlight dunk from Zion.
And that's what we've come to expect from Zion. Exactly.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul. Halliburton for 3. From way out there, Tyrese Halliburton.
You know, the shot of Halliburton is just so steady. You add in his driving ability. Tyrese is a scary offensive player.
Williamson, right side. Pass to Bull. That's good. And it's Williamson with the assist. Bull's got his first 2 points of the night.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And here's Williamson. He has 6. The three-pointer off the mark.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
A gritty play by Siakam. Absorbs the foul and still gets his shot to go.
Indiana shooting their first free throw of the game. And the free throw, no good. Here's Williamson. Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Pacers trail by 9. Here's Murphy. No made baskets yet. Outside Mathurin. The three is up. Bull grabs the board.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now. They've earned 3 of their last 5 points in transition.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Zion Williamson seems intent on silencing all the doubters moving forward, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., he's not taking any more questions about conditioning. His physicality and play really answered that question now. He has been looking better than ever.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Murphy grabs the miss. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
Pass to Mathurin. Count that one. Matherin's got the second bucket.
The big Mathurin with touch. You love big guys with soft hands.
Here's Durant. What a throwdown from KD.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. That one goes. Count it.
After failing to get going in the first quarter, he's looked much better here in the second.
And that's good. Kevin Durant for 3. Durant's got 17 points.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound. Back to Siakam. Ooh, good D by Plumlee.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
I watch the moon all the time thinking about you. I watch the moon